warm up to today, okay? Yesterday, I know some of you were frustrated because you really just wanted to subtract the two numbers, multiply the two numbers, whatever it was, instead of actually writing out an equation, okay? Today, you'll see why we practiced yesterday. We're going to have to set up a two-step equation given the information that we have, okay? So I have a list of things at the top that I want you to kind of mentally go through when you're reading a problem, okay? And I have things pretty organized for you on this notes sheet in terms of what I need you to write down, okay? That way you are prepared for when we actually do these on our own, okay? So the first thing you'll notice that I have down there is a space for you to list important information. Can you get out your notes, please? We have words and numbers, and we got to figure out what numbers are important, what do they mean, okay? We also got to figure out what are we trying to find, okay? With what are we trying to find, we're going to have to define our variable. X equals the number of students. D equals distance traveled, whatever it may be, okay? We're going to get to come up with that. What? Oh, okay. Then we get to create an equation, okay? You're going to have basically three different numbers we got to figure out what to do with. Okay, if you have a number that's like a one-time thing, that's going to be your constant. Like maybe it costs $10 to get into the swimming pool. You only have to pay that once, but it costs $1 for every popsicle that you buy. Okay, you would have to pay that over and over. Okay, the thing that's happening multiple times, that number is going to go with your variable as a coefficient, okay? Then, once you write the equation, then you can solve it. Check to make sure that your answer makes sense. And just like yesterday, we're going to have to make sure we label our answer, okay? I don't want just a number. I want to know what the number means, okay? So, could I have a volunteer to read example 1 for the class? Landon? No. You put your hand up.
No, scratch my ear.
Right here? Okay. Nobody wants to read it? You guys. I'll read it. Jamie rented a canoe while she was on vacation. She paid a flat fee of $85 plus $7.50 each day. We don't need anything in the caddy. Her total cost was $130. How many days did she rent the canoe? All right. Important information. Does anything really matter in the first sentence? Don't really care. Doesn't tell me anything important. Okay, next sentence. Something that's important. Okay, we have an $85 fee. Okay, that is important. What else is important? $7.50 each day. Okay, what else is important? Something else we need to write down, Ellie. Total cost of $130. Okay. All right. Now, what is it that we're looking for? What are we solving for? How many days? So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say that our variable is D for the number of days she rented this canoe. Okay, we have found everything that's important. Now let's put it together in an equation. Okay, so we have a total cost, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my total whatever this equation is going to equal. The total money that I paid is 130, so I'm going to put equals 130 way over here on the right. Okay, now we need to figure out what to do with the other two numbers. Okay, which number is going to be multiplied by days? 750. So 750 each day, or you could think of this as like 750 per day. We are taking that 750 and multiplying it by the number of days to know how much it costs. Okay. Now what do we do with that 85? I would say we add it. Okay. I'm paying $85 plus 750, however many days, 750. Okay. Now, this right here is the most important part about what we do today. We need to be able to read the paragraph and write our equation, okay? Yes, I care about you being able to solve it, but that's kind of a secondary skill. I have a question.
Is it okay if I did 85 plus 750?
Oh, okay. So Ellie kind of got ahead of what I was writing down, and she wrote 85 plus 750D. She's asking if that's okay. Does it mean the same thing? Yeah, if she has 85 plus 750D, it's okay to reverse addition. Okay, it still means the same thing. So now we got to solve this. What number are we going to move first? We need to undo the addition of 85 by subtracting it. Okay. When you need your calculator, feel free to go grab it. I need your help. 130 minus 85. I need your help. What's 130 minus 85? 45? Okay, so now we still have 750 times D. Equals 45. So now what operation do we need to undo? Okay, we need to undo this multiplication by dividing both sides by 750. So you need to be taking 45 divided by 750. What do you get? 6. Okay. The solution to our equation that we wrote is 6. But that is not necessarily what I want you to write for the answer. What I want you to write for the answer is 6 what? Okay, D represents the days rented. So we need to make sure that we write 6 days so it makes sense in the context of our problem. Okay. How do we feel about that? Okay. Read through number 2 and write down what you think is important information. All right, what's important? Give me something, Landon.
You have $50.
$50. So is $50 is kind of like our total, right? Like that's the total amount of money that we have, right? Okay. What else is important? Josie, what's something else that's important?
You're $20 for
$20 for
concessions.
food. Okay. One more piece of information that's probably important. Thank you. $7 tickets. Okay. What are we trying to find in this problem? How many tickets? Okay. So I'm going to make our variable t for the number of tickets. Does that sound okay? This is easy?
Why do we have to do all of this?
Okay. This is non-negotiable right here. You have to tell me what your variable means. In your homework, I will not make you list this stuff out, but it's something that you need to mentally think about. Okay? Now, our equation. What number is our total? 50. So I'm going to have 50 way over here equals 50. Okay? What number gets multiplied to t? Okay, we have $7 per ticket. What do we do at 20? Plus $20 for concession stands needs to equal $50. Okay. Are we okay with this setup? Yeah? All right. Okay, so to solve this equation, we need to undo the addition first by subtracting 20. Right? So we have 7t equals 30. Is that right? Is this making you a little nervous? Why? Oh, okay. So now let's undo our multiplication. We got to divide by 7. What do we get for t when we take 30 divided by 7?
4. You get this one.
4.2857, blah, 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 blah. Is that my answer? Landon, why is it 4 and not 4.2857?
Because you can't buy half of a ticket.
Oh, you cannot buy a partial ticket. And up here we said, hey, tickets is what T is. T is number of tickets, not money. If this was money, we could go to 2 decimals. But T is tickets. So how many tickets can we buy?
4.
We can buy 4 tickets.
20.
Okay. Now, we will not use all of our money if we buy 4 tickets plus $20 of food. Okay. But that would be the max number of tickets we could buy, right? Okay. Oh, I wish movies cost $7. I guess on Tuesdays they do, right? What do they cost on Tuesdays? Isn't it 7? It's 6? Okay, we are going to solve number 3. But what I want you to do first, I'm going to give you a moment. Read through it, identify the important info, pick out a variable, and I want you to write your equation, but don't solve it. In example 3, do these first 3 things. Important info, define the variable, write the equation, stop. I don't want you to solve it until we decide together that you did it right. Okay? Ready, set, go. Come on.
Sorry, no one time.
So I'm totally okay with you like conversing with your neighbor to see if you have the same thing. So quiet.
I'm telling
None
you.
of that.
Oops.
Okay. Matthew, what's one thing that's important? $75 fee, right? Okay. Sammy, what's something else?
20 like /hours.
All right, so I'm going to write that as $20 per hour. Okay, that's what that slashy thing means. Okay, Landon, what else? Landon with a no.
Total
$180 total. Okay. What are we looking for, Channing?
H.
How long it took him to fix the water?
How long in terms of what measurement? Hours. Okay, so how about H is hours? Okay. Who feels confident in their equation?
That was
Okay, Ellie feels confident. Nobody else? Olivia, kind of, maybe Channing. Okay. Ellie, give us what you got. This is what Ellie has. How do you feel about it? Good. If you have 20H plus 75, that means the same thing. Okay? So 20 times the number of hours plus our fee of 75 equals 180. Okay? Good job if this is how you set it up. Okay? So we are going to need to subtract 75 to undo that addition. 20H equals, I don't want to do that in my head today. 105? That's actually not that bad. Okay. Then we can undo the multiplication by dividing. Don't be scared of your answer. It is okay to have a time that's not on the hour, right? What do you get when you take 105 divided by 20? So it takes 5 1/4 hours. So 5 hours, what's 1/4 of an hour? What's 1/4 of an hour? 15 minutes. But you can just say 5.25 hours. Okay. That's it. We did it. Okay. This is what you're going to do for me. On page 16 and 17, there are 11 problems. I'm not making you do 11. I will let you choose the 5 that you want to do. So if you read a problem and you're like, no thanks, you can have a different one. How's that sound?